Hey, I was just sitting inside and I thought to myself, I wonder if I can turn that big lamp on outside and make sure no wind's getting in that thing. Turn that big lamp on outside and make a vlog, and apparently I can. That's great. Never thought about it. There we go. I'm trying to get this right. I took a little nap a little while ago and I woke up about 7:30 and my husband had decided that he needed to go get hay from the hanger. We keep our hay in a little piece of property, I think that my brother-in-law owns, that has like an airplane hangar on it, where would have been my father-in-law used to keep his little airplane that he had, and now we use that for storage and stuff. And it's down just on, not far from the graveyard, and it's always a muddy mess, and he gets stuck going down there. But it's better that he goes at night when it's kind of, it's a lot cooler right now. It's about 75 or 80. A lot cooler than it was today. Oh God, it was terrible. And then that little rain came, but it wasn't a real good rain like we've been having, and it just kind of made it a little bit hotter. That's why I went ahead and came outside, because I've just been battling myself with the air conditioner inside. I turn it off and then I get hot, and I turn it on and then I'm freezing because I've been sweating, and then it's cold and I turn it off, and the fans drive me crazy. We have fans everywhere kind of trying to push that cool air around, which does make a huge difference. But the noise, it just, after a while it just gets on my nerves. It grates on my nerves. So anyway, I had a nice little nap. Ollie's rested a good portion of the day, and now she's got a doggone fever. So she's coming down with something. I gave her some cold medicine, and she insisted on going with her papa, but I told her she had to just sit still and watch. She couldn't be out running around and stuff down there. There's lights and stuff. I mean, it's not, she's out there in the total dark. Hi, Freckles. There's Freckles again. She's sure been lovable lately. Freckles, look at Nana. Hi, pretty girl. Oh, she's such a nice girl. And there's that pain in the butt, Gunther. You should see under the dining room table next time they do it. Oh, there's the AE lock again. There. Next time they do it, I'm going to video it, because it's ridiculous. It takes them about 3 days, but him and Moxie both just gather up whatever they can find. Yes, pretty girl, she wants me to pet her. Let me pet you. Gather up everything they can find: bones, toys, socks, shoes, slippers usually. They don't tear them up. They've never torn up a pair of shoes yet, but they steal them. And then they paper out of the trash can from the bathroom. They love that. And they get all that, it's like paper towels, not like dirty paper, or else I wouldn't even let it build up. But sometimes, that's one of the things I use to bribe Ollie to help me do certain things, and I always offer a little bit of money to climb under that dining room table and get all that stuff. And sometimes there's a mountain of stuff under there, and they always take the stuff there. It's so funny. That reminds me when my son Seth was little. Anytime you couldn't find him, if he was about 2 or 3, if he would get in trouble, he'd always blame it on his hand, and he would smack his own hand, and he'd say, "You're a bad hand." And almost every time he was doing something he shouldn't be doing, he would be under the dining room table. He'd go hide under there. These dogs. This barking has been just like, you hear Sugar up there? There must be a kitty up there around the corral or something. I got honey in my hair. That's what I'm doing. I'm just making a sandwich, and I got honey in my hair. God. I don't know what she's barking at. The neighbor's wife must be gone to a dog show. Or she was. Today the dogs were back, but they've been keeping them dogs in a whole lot more than they used to. And he finally got his gate up today. And then he left it open all day. I was like, and the point was, what? You're supposed to keep it shut. Because I want to let my horses out. If I wasn't afraid that they'd get too far away from me, I'd let them out right now. He finally did shut it, but just keeping it shut at night ain't going to do me any good. I need him to keep it shut all damn day since he's got such an issue, you know. Tomorrow morning they're coming out, and if he don't like it, then he can go out there and shut his damn gate. I want one of those big tall fences. There's a sawmill outside of town that does like these, it's like just these, it's flat on one side, but then it has like the bark on it on the other side, so they're like round, and it's like just the four sides off of a big long tree log, and they're big, and I've mentioned them before, but I want to go and buy me a truckload of those so bad, and I want to put that stuff up all the way around this whole place where nobody can even see in here. Don't even have to worry about my horses getting out. I want big gates on all three sides. This week, next Wednesday is payday, and I am ordering electric fence, and I'm going to run electric fence all the way back here on this side, and possibly over one driveway that I could just move it, you know, so like when they're out I can just move it, and then I have gates on the other two driveways, but I'm going to throw up an electric wire so that they'll stay in here. Now, I don't know if you've ever hit one of them electric wires before, but you hit it once, you won't hit it again, I'll tell you that. They learn real quick not to get near that thing. I ran into one on my belly one time. My neighbor had a great big long one, and all the way like down between our yard and theirs, because they had horses on their side, and I went out to go turn off the water, and I was standing right in this wet grass, and I kind of just turned around, and boom, there it was, and I had a little t-shirt on with my little belly sticking out, and boom, I hit that on my belly, and I was standing in that water and about killed myself. Threw me for a loop, and it hurt like hell. I'll tell you what, I'll never touch one again. So anyway, nothing going on really. Oh, I wanted to tell y'all, over on Facebook, I was following this lady. Her name was Helen, and she was lost the 1st of July. A little lady, and her family had been searching for her for days and days, 29 days. And they had found she had Alzheimer's disease. I'm trying to get the story in my head. She had Alzheimer's disease, and she had, oh, there's my husband now. Oh, Ginger, no, don't. She had Alzheimer's disease, and she had just walked away from the house, and they thought she might have gotten to the highway and gotten a ride to Walmart, and said she'd been trying to get to Walmart all day. And apparently she had, you know, sometimes Alzheimer's patients pick up weird little mannerisms that they'll do, and she had gotten to where she was putting on lots of old bracelets or old watches. A lot of times she'd put on like 2 or 3 watches or whatever, and she would carry an extra pair of boots, and she had a walking stick. She was a little tiny lady, 4'9". She weighed only 100 pounds. And they hunted and hunted and hunted. They looked everywhere for that lady. Over on Facebook, they were keeping track. No, Gunther, Moxie, shh. They were keeping track over on Facebook how many people had shared, you know, the info looking for her. And I mean, hundreds of people were sharing that information, and they were looking for her just everywhere. And sadly, like the 28th day or something, they found her body 100 yards from this pond where she had set down her belongings, I guess. Her daughters had looked there. They had looked and looked, and they did not find her there. And they found her when it was remains, I suppose. It just made me so sad. Those people just tried so hard to find that little woman. And I mean, the search had gone a long ways on down highways and then into other states and other counties. And they were looking at Walmart films everywhere. And there was people that thought they may have seen her here, seen her there, and everywhere. And she was just 100 yards from where they had first looked. So sad. I've been thinking about that for a couple of days. I prayed for Helen every day, and her family, and she just didn't make it. Here comes the little girl and the old man. I hear him. He's talking to her. I must not know him over here. He will scare her. Boo. What's you doing? Did you make it?
Huh?
Did you make it?
Yeah.
I moved the car already.
I noticed. Gotta start the tractor and move the hay that's in front of that I raked up.
Oh. You ready to go inside and look at a cartoon? Feeling bad now? Yeah, you look a little puny. Okay. Got Olivia all settled in and cartoons on, and the old man's out driving his tractor around. Getting his hay, a big stack of hay moved so he can put some other hay down instead. And, I was telling you about Helen. Anyway, I can't remember her last name. Cook. Helen Cook, I believe it was. And she was found 100 yards from where they had looked. I mean, they had brought cadaver dogs in there. They had hundreds of volunteers looking for this lady. And I've been everywhere, all around there, any places where people thought they might have seen her and all kinds of stuff. And she just did not, just could not find her. I don't know how I don't know, I guess volunteers found her this other day, just a few days ago. And the reason that I was, even went over there because, I don't know, sometimes my feed doesn't work very good. Stop it! These dogs are on my nerves today. It's like having a bunch of unruly damn kids that just won't frickin' behave and are up your butt 24 hours a day. If, I might be having PMS, I don't know. Pissed off and everything. Anyway, what I was saying was they'd had it like, every kind of way they looked for this woman, and they looked everywhere, and I just don't know how the cadaver dogs didn't find her, because they did, I think, track her to the highway. And thank you, Olivia, because they're driving on a crazy in and out, in and out. Okay, well, that's fine. They can come out. They're just bugging me, scratching on the door, and then I get up and they're not there. Anyway, I'm not just, I went over there because a woman was found over here on I-40, badly beaten up on the side of the road or badly injured, didn't know who she was, disoriented and all this kind of stuff, and I thought, oh my, and they didn't have any description at all, but they want you to call in with tips, but they have no description anywhere ever, and I thought, oh my gosh, maybe that's Helen. So I went dashing over there to my Facebook page, and I got the sad news that she'd been found a couple days before that. And she was the same age as my mother. And oh God, and my grandmother had Alzheimer's disease, and she died before it got too bad, but yes.
Talking to somebody?
No, I'm making a video right here.
Oh.
Anyway, it hadn't gotten really bad because she passed away before it got too advanced, and I was so scared of it, and I'm really scared of it for my family, because I guess it kind of runs in families or whatever. But they've also determined that it could be a lot of stuff from the environment and all kinds of stuff. It could be anything, that causes it. Who knows in this day and age what's attacking our bodies, our brains, everything, But anyway, I just thought every day of that woman and how I would feel if that was my mom and I was out looking for my mommy, lost and not knowing where she was at. I guess she was very disoriented, and it was really sad. I won't never forget Helen, thought of her every day. I thought of her family again this morning when I woke up. I've been praying for her every morning. I do a little prayer meditation in in that little middle room, and I try and go there for about half an hour every day in the morning at least, if not late in the evening and in the morning. But and just try to get in the right frame of mind, and just put good thoughts and energy to all kinds of different things. And I'm going to start making wish boards again. I loved making wish boards, and but I used to make them all the time a few years ago, and it's one of the ways that you can really help to visualize things that you want or that you're hoping for or whatever. And so I'm going to cover that whole one wall in wish boards, I decided, so that I can just, when I sit and meditate, I can just look at my different wish boards. And so you can do it for anything. You can do it for, things that you would like for your house, or if you'd like a certain kind of house, you uh, meditate on that, or certain types of things, a car or whatever. And also for good things, like peace and, prosperity and happiness and all these types of things. You can put those big words there on your wish boards and concentrate on those areas while you're meditating, and you will start to see things starting to manifest. It's amazing. I told Mandy Conroe that one time, and we were discussing it, and she started doing it for something, and I mean, it like manifested right away. I was impressed. I was like, wow, Mandy, that was amazing. It was like for a job or something. I don't even remember. She texted me the other day, and she said, how you doing? And we talked about 2 seconds, and I said, where'd you go on your vacation? And she never did answer me, and I haven't heard from her since. It happens sometimes. You get busy, and I've done that to her a million times, I know. And I was like, oh, I really wanted to hear about her vacation. I can go and look at her videos. Oh, I'm a little bit irritated, too, because I was looking, the other day I was telling you I was going to do that shout out for all my subscribers, and I'll probably do that tonight after everybody goes to bed. But, and I looked again, and there's like hundreds. I actually have 999 subscriptions. And I don't know if it's because I push other buttons to subscribe, and so it unsubscribes me from other things, I'm thinking. But I mean, like, people that I subscribe to. Jesse, I think I was unsubbed again from Miss Quiet Queen. Mandy, not on this channel, I wasn't subbed to her. Nana, I was not subbed to. Yogi, I wasn't subbed to. All kinds of people, I mean, like, all of them. People that I subbed to from the very beginning, and all of a sudden I'm not subbed to them. So I push the button subscribe. I go back and look today, and I'm unsubbed from those people again. So I'm not unsubbing from people, believe me. People that I've subbed to, I intend to stay subbed to, and unless you do something just really terrible, I don't unsub from anybody, because I'm subbed for a reason, because I'm interested, So don't be mad at me if you look and see that you're subscribed to me and I'm not subscribed to you or whatever, and I'm taking it the same way, vice versa, because something wacko going on over there. YouTube sometimes, I don't get it. I just don't get that, I sub because I want to be subbed. I don't appreciate being unsubbed without, my own choice, Anyway, this is getting long. Made a couple vlogs today already. You're probably bored of me by now. Ah, big old mosquito. Got it. Ouch, that hurt too. I hurt my own self. So anyway, oh, another thing, super quick. Really great summer clothing and jewelry sale at Family Dollar. All the jewelry with the little green band on the thing today, 75% off. It made those great big pretty hair bows and all the jewelry. I got this pretty bracelet for only 50 cents the other day. And they have these in all colors. It's got a little heart right there. And I actually bought it for the little doll, but it didn't fit her good, and I liked it. So anyway, great sale over there on all kinds of clothing, jewelry, panties and socks, I think, even. And then a huge clearance over in the, like the facial stuff. If I had a bunch of money today, I would have bought a whole new facial setup, because they had all my stuff, the Regenerist stuff that I like, and I gotta start doing something. I don't know about this turkey neck, but this came from my real father, my biological father, and it was the thing I feared the most. That's probably why I have it, because I was scared to death I would get it. He had a great big one that comes down like this. Like, his face was just like mine, but he had this huge fat roll right here, even when he was like thin. And he was handsome too, you know, and I don't want that big neck. So I've been using all kinds of stuff for ages, and it seems like it's not helping at all. Actually, it seems like it's making my skin worse, more wrinkled. Although it's probably because I just keep losing weight and losing weight, you know. And the more weight you lose, the more wrinkled you get. Maybe if I put 20 pounds on, I wouldn't be so wrinkled. That might be my next step. I might be on the fatten me up diet instead of making me skinny. Maybe I'm lost too much weight now. I don't know. I think I might have, because it doesn't seem right. Anyway, I love y'all. Peace and be blessed. I'll see you all tomorrow.